Serena Williams' heartbreaking widow confession, the loss that changed tennis forever. In the gilded hush of a New York dawn, where the skyline spires pierce the veil between triumph and tragedy, like rackets strung with fate's own string, can the quiet unraveling of a single life echo across courts and generations, reshaping the very soul of a sport? This is Serena Williams' heartbreaking widow's confession, not a lament for her own losses, but a raw unveiling of grief's grip on her closest friend, Lauren Ridinger, whose husband's sudden silence became the mirror that reflected Serena's own dance with death, forever altering the narrative of resilience in tennis's unyielding embrace. Envision the electric sprawl of Arthur Ashe Stadium on that balmy September evening in 2022, the air thick with the scent of fresh asphalt and the faint perfume of impending farewell, under floodlights that cast long shadows across a blue canvas etched with legends. Serena Williams, the 40-year-old titan from Compton's sun-baked courts, strode into her final U.S. Open like a queen, reclaiming her throne one last waltz. Her serve a thunderclap of legacy, her ground strokes laced with the poetry of perseverance. Facing Ayla Tomljanovic in the third round, it was no mere match, it was a valediction. The crowd, a tapestry of global hearts in white and green, rising in waves of reverence, their applause a living requiem for the woman who had redefined dominance. From the cracked concrete of East Compton, where sisters Venus and Serena first chased yellow spheres under Richard's visionary gaze, her odyssey had been a symphony of slams and scars. 23 majors, a body battered by battles, motherhood's miracle birthing Olympia amid blood clots that nearly claimed her twice. By 2022, with a second daughter, Adira, on the horizon, Serena's return was no encore, but evolution. The Jehovah's Witness creed of quiet strength guiding her strokes, her team's whispers a chorus of one more, even as the heart whispered of horizons beyond the baseline. Please like, share, and subscribe for more Sport Talk content. The match unfolded like a slow-burning elegy. The first set, a 7-5 surrender to Ajla's steady fire, Serena's errors flickering like distant stars against the night. She clawed back in the second, 7-6 on a tiebreak teetering on eternity's edge, her roar a primal hymn that shook the stands, fans on their feet, tears tracing cheeks in the upper tiers, strangers embracing as if family, the air electric with the ache of what might be her swan song. The decider, a 6-1 denouement, saw Serena's legs betray her, double faults dropping like autumn leaves. Yet in every unforced echo, there lingered the grace of a warrior who had willed worlds into being. In the turning point's tender tempest, it crested not in the final point's hush, but in the post-match vigil under Ashe's vast canopy, as Serena collapsed into her chair, towel shrouding a face etched with exhaustion and unspoken sorrow. The crowd rose as one, a thunderous ovation that rolled like ocean waves from Flushing Meadows to the world's farthest courts. 40,000 voices chanting Serena, Serena, in a chorus of catharsis, tears flowing freely in the stands, a young girl in the front row clutching a handmade sign, Queen Forever, her mother's arm a steadying sea anchor amid the swell. Yet beneath the acclaim, a deeper current stirred. That very night, unbeknownst to the throng, J.R. Ridinger, Serena's steadfast friend, husband to her confidant Lauren, had slipped away in silence, a blood clot claiming him mid-celebration of her valiant volley. The emotional core fractured in the quiet hours after, Serena retreating to her hotel sanctuary, phone clutched like a talisman, only to receive the call that shattered the afterglow. JR gone? His final Instagram post a glowing tribute to her battle won that evening. She crumpled, sobs echoing in the marble hush, Alexis Ohanian's arms her harbor as grief's tide crashed, whispers to her husband, he watched me fight for my life on that court, and now his is stolen in the same shadow. The confession seed was sown there, in that widow's parallel pain. Lauren's loss a mirror to Serena's own near-fatal brushes with mortality, the blood clot's cruel kinship, binding their sorrows like invisible strings. Symbolically, it was the unraveling of invincibility. Serena, the comet who outshone slams and scandals, now kneeling before death's indiscriminate dart, her tears not defeat's deluge but empathy's elixir, a bridge from her Compton crucible to Lauren's widowed world. In a private exchange with her sister Venus, voice trembling over a late-night line, Serena confided, he was there for my evolutions, V, cheering from the shadows. How do I cheer her through this eclipse? The elder Williams' reply, soft as a lob over net. You live it with her, Wren. Your heart's the light that lingers. The climax swelled in that hotel vigil's vigil, Serena penning her first fragile note to Lauren amid the grief's gray dawn, words that would bloom into public confession years later. We're widows to the same thief, clots that steal breath and dreams, but we steal them back one breath at a time. The call's echo lingered, a covenant of shared survival, as outside, New York's skyline twinkled indifferently, the city's pulse a poignant counterpoint to the pause in her soul. As the aftermath bloomed like wisteria over Arthur Ashe's memory, Serena's unspoken sorrow cascaded into quiet revelation by January 2025, her Instagram missive a monsoon of emotion that flooded feeds worldwide. Social media shimmered with #Serena Strong, the post, detailing JR's final tribute and the blood clot's haunting echo, amassing 50 million views in days, fans splicing it with clips of her 2022 roar, captions weaving widow's weave. From court to crypt, she carries us all. Newsrooms etched it into eternity. ESPN's Serena's silent slam, grief's grip on the queen, framing the confession against her post-retirement poise. The New York Times op-ed elegy, Williams' widow's mirror, how loss redefines legacy, while Lauren's book tour, promoted by Serena, became a beacon for bereaved hearts. Interviews laced with their intertwined testimonies. Fan reactions deepened the dawn. Tennis faithful from Compton courts to global academies gathering in virtual vigils, sharing stories of clots conquered or kin lost. Threads on Reddit's r/tennis flooding with Serena saved my sister's life with her story. Petitions for blood clot awareness at majors crossing 200,000 signatures, a chorus of catharsis turning personal plaint into planetary pulse. Culturally, it unearthed tennis's layered lament. From the Williams sisters trailblazing against racism's rackets to motherhood's majors, Serena's stand echoed Althea Gibson's solitary sieges or Billie Jean King's equity anthems. Yet uniquely hers, a black mother's meditation on mortality, where Compton's grit meets global grief, reminding that in a sport of solitary swings, shared shadows forge the strongest solidarity. The ripple reached wellness realms by spring, Serena's vulnerability catalyzing campaigns, Nike's Breathe Through It series featuring her and Lauren, ATP WTA forums on athlete health hushed no more. Yet intimately, it fostered fragile forums. Families in living rooms replaying her roar through tears, conversations blooming about the clots cloaked in champions' cloaks, the confession's shadow lengthening into a lantern for lives lived in the margins. Across oceans, in Europe's salons and Asia's academies, the moment stirred a renaissance of reflection. Coaches vowing vulnerability in victory laps, parents clutching rackets with renewed reverence for the bodies beneath. The loss's legacy lengthening into lessons on life's unscripted, unforced errors. As Ashe's echoes fade to memory's monochrome, what truths does Serena's widow's whisper unearth in the grand gallery of human endurance? It murmurs of mortality's mighty mercy, the titan who tamed courts now tender to time's theft, revealing that true power pulses not in unchallenged serves, but in the pause to honor the pauses of others. Sportsmanship, refracted through this grief's revealing light, evolves beyond gracious nets into guardianship of the guarded heart, acknowledging the adversaries unseen, clots, not competitors, as the foes that forge our finest forms, teaching that rivalry's richest return is empathy extended across the void. It probes resilience's resilient roots, that Compton courage Serena channels like the river's relentless run. Unyielding under loss's landslide, her confession a testament that strength's sweetest surge flows from the fount of fellowship in frailty. Legacy, in tennis's elegant elegy, defies the ledger of laurel.